Do you share my enthusiasm for Hilary Mantel?
I do. Gosh, yes, I do. I think she's a wonderful writer, and it really is a sad loss. And, you know, it seems particularly sad given how sudden it was. I know she was working on another novel. I think there was a play script in the works. So, yeah, I'm very, very sad that she died.
There was this amazing tension in the book. There was this remarkable attention to detail. How did the detail work for you? Does it get in the way, or does it simply make the book a more remarkable achievement?
No, I think it is a remarkable achievement. I mean, I remember when Hilary Mantel gave the BBC Reith Lectures in 2017, and she said how, you know, the way she approached it was that she would research assiduously, and she wouldn't allow herself to invent anything that she could research. So she only allowed herself freedom in terms of what was going on inside people's minds and going on in conversations.
Yes.
And I think I think that's a great advantage of historical fiction, because essentially you get as well-researched a book as a great work of history, but she actually brings it to life as well. She takes us right inside the heads of these people, and that's what's so gripping about that trilogy of novels.
And are there dangers, in your mind, in historical fiction, even if Hilary Mantel stayed clear of them?
Well, it's such a broad category, isn't it, historical fiction? You know, it embraces everything from, you know, historical romance and historical fantasy. I think there can be a danger if you haven't done the research, and then it gives people a kind of skewed idea of an historical event. And I suppose one example of a book that's been criticised is John Boyne's The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas.
Yes, and tell us why it was criticised.
Well, it was a huge success. It's written in 2006. It's a book about the son of the camp commandant at Auschwitz. It's a German boy who's presented as completely innocent to what's going on, and he befriends a boy of a similar age on the other side of the fence, a Jewish boy in the camp. And, you know, it's been a great bestseller, but it's been criticised because, you know, a child of that age would not have been innocent. They would have been taught in school what was going on in the camps. And it also humanises the family of the commandant, and that, you know, some people have found that difficult. I suppose it's tricky when it's such a recent and such a sensitive area. I mean, John Boyne's sort of defence of that book is that it's a fable. It's written for children, and so maybe some of those issues are less important. He's just published a sequel, which I haven't read, but I'm a little bit worried about it because it's definitely aimed at adults. There are scenes in it which would not be, you know, appropriate for children to read. There's historical rape and abuse and so on, but yet it has some of the same issues. So I feel like this sits more uncomfortably for me.